If you want some extra protection on your 2014 or newer 4Runner, this HDX Grill Guard in black will be a great solution. And I do want to mention that this will not fit the Limited Nightshade or TRD Sport model, so just keep that in mind while you're shopping around. Now this will be tailored to the 4Runner owner who wants full front end coverage without having to make any modifications to the front end or having to swap out any factory components. Now this will be great for all styles of driving, whether you're going off-road and want the added grille protection from branches or brush, or simply driving day to day and want to resist any kick up to your grill on the street. Now this will feature full width protection to the upper portion of the front end, offering good extended protection as well for the headlights without obstructing your lighting. Now the Grill Guard will also feature 2 vertical uprights, which will add some outward protection for the grill and a lower bar here. So if you do come in contact with a larger obstacle, the lower portion of your bumper is going to stay protected. Now the middle portion here is probably where you're going to get the most coverage with that large mesh window, which will be an extra layer to prevent anything from getting to the important components behind your grill. This will be made of a one-piece fully welded steel construction with 2-inch diameter tubing and smaller 1 1/4 inch support wings for any just-in-case bigger hits. Now on the front of the upper upright bars here, this is also going to have a rubber strip on each of the vertical uprights to protect the integrity of the paint if you ever do come in contact with an obstacle. Now on top of the steel, you're also going to see a black powder coat finish to protect the metal underneath from any rust or corrosion, but it also adds a very finished appearance to the guard itself. This will also have a complete bolt-on construction and come with everything that you need out of the kit, so you don't have to modify your 4Runner in order to install this. When it comes to the price, this comes in at around $1,100, making it more of a premium choice. Now what I will say is that this will offer large and carefully angled tubing around the headlights for a clean look and precise function. This is also going to have multiple reinforcements around the center and at the sides while offering you a tough mesh window. Now with all of those features, this will bring a lot to the table, making it very well worth the investment if you want a premium way to protect the front end of your 4Runner. Now, although this is big, install is going to be super straightforward at a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about an hour to get the job done with some basic hand tools. Now, because of the size, I do recommend to have an extra set of hands on deck for this. However, at this point, we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown of the install process itself. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
For this install, you will need an impact, a ratchet, 14mm swivel socket, 13, 15, and 18mm sockets, a 13mm wrench, and the 2 provided Allen wrenches. What's up guys, today we're going to be installing a grill guard on our 4Runner, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is come under our hood here and remove our upper radiator cover, and we're going to need to remove these push pins to do so. So we'll just push in on the center, that'll release them, and we'll go ahead and pull those out. Now as you can see, we're missing a few, but go ahead and remove all of your factory ones. Once you have all those out, we can go ahead and just pop this right off, set it aside. So now you can come in here to this lower rail on your grill, and you should have some more push clips along this lower tab section here. Ours have been lost to time due to many previous installs, but you're going to want to remove the outer one on each side, driver and passenger. And then once you do that, you can go ahead and grab your upper brackets. Now these are going to be the smaller ones with an ear on the end, and they are going to be embossed with a D or a P, that's driver or passenger. So what we'll do is grab our provided spacer, our provided bolt, 2 flat washers, and a lock nut. We're going to slide our bracket through our grill, lining up with this outer tab here. Go ahead and insert your spacer in between the tab and the bracket there. And we'll install our bolt and flat washer here, down through. And we'll hold that in place. And then for the bottom, we'll install our other flat washer and our lock nut. So we're just going to leave this hand tight for now, and then we'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other bracket. So now we've come under the front of our vehicle to our frame horns, and we're going to remove these 3 outer mounting bolts on our bumper mount here. Now you may have a plastic cover covering this area. It's just a few clips, maybe a screw or two. If you want to go ahead and remove those first, ours doesn't have it, obviously. So we're going to grab our 14mm swivel socket on our ratchet and go ahead and run these 3 out real quick. Then you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. Then we can go ahead and get our lower mounting brackets installed. Now again, these are going to be labeled with a D or a P for driver or passenger. So we'll get this in position here. And then we're going to reuse those factory bolts. Get right back into our mounting points. Admittedly, these are a little bit tricky to get back in. Just exercise some patience. I should be able to get them right back in. Now once we get all 3 started, go ahead and grab that same 14mm swivel socket on our ratchet. Once you have all 3 of these tight, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. So now we're ready to get our grill guard in place, and we've got an extra set of hands because this thing is pretty cumbersome to handle by yourself. So we're going to go ahead and get that in place and install our provided Allen head bolts, flat washers, and our flange nuts. Now that we have everything on, we'll go ahead and come back and tighten everything down. So now we're going to come back behind our grill and tighten down our bracket bolts for our upper brackets here, and we're going to use our 13mm socket on our ratchet and a 13mm wrench to do so. Then we'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. So now we can come out to our grill guard itself and tighten down our mounting hardware. So for these upper ones, we're going to grab our 15mm socket and the provided Allen wrench. And go ahead and tighten down the other side as well. Then we'll come down to our bottom bracket and grab our larger provided Allen wrench as well as our 18mm socket. Go ahead and tighten down these bottom hardware. Then do the same thing for the other side. Now that everything's tightened down, we'll go ahead and reinstall our radiator cover. Just pop that back into place. And we'll reinstall all of our push pins. Now you want to push that centerpiece back up to allow it to release so it can go back in and lock back in. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our HDX grill guard and black finish for your 14 to current 4Runner, excluding the limited, Nightshade, and TRD Sport. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything 4Runner, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.